Hey guys, it's James with Fourth Wall Republic. So last night I got roped into going to see I went to go see the Backrooms movie. And it was pretty good. It was good. It got you when you didn't expect it to got you. But it's not your typical horror movie per se. When you think of horror movie, of here's the monster, here's what he's doing. The Backrooms movie was good at suspense horror, where every time you turned around, you think you're gonna come face to face with something. Every time you look a certain way, you don't know if you should look that way or not, because you don't know what's going to be behind you when you turn back around. That was one of those, quote the phrase here, FAFO movies, if you know what I mean. And the characters definitely did FAFO. But it was a very good movie at building up suspense. It was a movie of where you did not know whether there was something waiting around the corner to get you, or whether that was a corner you could go through without encountering anything. It was good at, does this character need to go this way, or is something there waiting to get them? And trust me, there was plenty of that. Now, I did get jump scared a couple times at certain points in the movie. I'm not gonna go over the plot or nothing like that. Go watch it for yourself if you want to. If that's your type of thing. But it was very good at suspense horror. Most horror movies are gore, or here's the monster right in front of you, run from it. Now this, up until the very end, had you guessing what is the monster? What is the big bad gonna look like? What are we running from? What is trying to get these characters? And it did a very, very good job of it. Like I said, in that movie, you didn't know whether those back rooms were, quote, safe, or whether you was gonna get ripped to shreds just by around in the corner. It's definitely a movie worth checking out if you ain't checked it out. Would I watch it again? Maybe. Now that I know what's going on in it. Would I watch it again right now? No. It's too fresh. But, it was definitely a good horror movie. Definitely a good suspense movie. Definitely a good You Can't Drive movie. had you guessing what was real and what was not. I'm gonna say that. It's in the movie. Had you guessing what was real, what was the real world, and what was the back rooms. Because there's certain things that happen in the movie that it's like, is this part of the back room or is this part of the legitimate world? So, I enjoyed it. Not my usual cup of horror tea or coffee or whatever. Not usually what I think of when I think of horror. Think more of slasher. Here's the monster, here's what he's doing. And run for your life. Not, hey, we're gonna build up to this thing for, what was it, an hour and a half? We're gonna build up to this thing for an hour and a half, but you don't know if you're actually gonna see what's in here. And then when you see what's in there, that's when it gets you. At the point when you see the monster, you're like, oh, y'all are screwed. But it was very good at doing what it was supposed to do. Because you didn't know whether there was going to be a jump scare in the corner or not. You didn't know whether there was going to be something waiting around the corner to rip the character's head off or you know, a spot you could relax. It was very good at suspenseful horror. And I'll say it, no, don't start doing horror movie content. This is probably a one-off video. But I think it's worth checking out if you ain't. And I say go for it. I say check it out. I think it was good. It done exactly what you thought it was going to do. And even when it was over, even when the movie was over, you didn't know whether the movie was really over. You didn't know what was the real world or whether he was still stuck in them back rooms or not. You didn't know who to trust in that movie. And that's the thing that builds up throughout the movie is, who do I trust and who's part of these rooms? It did a very good job of making you mistrust your own self. Making you think twice. This was a movie as of where if it looked like a bad idea, it was probably a bad idea. This was a movie of, should I touch that thing on the floor, or is that thing on the floor gonna try to drag me into it? You'll see what I mean if you see a scene in the movie. But you didn't know if you could trust your own shadow in this movie. And that's where this horror movie thrives. That's where it gets you. That's where it's good at. It built suspense horror so well that you didn't know if you could trust anything. Certain points in the movie, I was wondering I could trust the Coca-Cola that I was drinking, but yeah. But now it is a rated R movie, so I would not take kids to see this thing unless they're legitimately into it. You can find some way around it, but I wouldn't recommend it. But it's a very good movie, y'all. Very good horror movie. And there's not very many movies that's been good here lately. I say this is one of them. Because it keeps you on the edge of your seat through the whole thing. That is something it does very well. That is something that this movie does not need a sequel. Because if it gets a sequel, you're gonna mess it up.
I have bad news for you.
I'm gonna break you. Come here, you. Anyway, but it's a good horror movie, y'all. I say check it out. Now, I used to watch a bunch of slasher films like Friday the 13th and things like that. This ain't your mama's slasher film. This ain't your typical horror. This will leave you guessing. I liked it. Check it out. Night Watcher, this might want to be something you want to watch. Bruh. Because it was good. Or I thought it was good. You might think otherwise. You the horror guy here. Not really me. Alright, this is James. Fourth Wall Republic. Whatever. Fourth Wall Reviews, Fourth Wall Republic. Like, comment, subscribe. We don't only break the fourth wall, we shatter it.